What's going on, guys? Chad here with you. Welcome back to the Dorky and 40 channel. And as 2018 comes to an end, I thought it would be fitting to just go ahead and talk about some of the things that I really either liked or disliked in 2018. So we'll do the dislikes in this video. Everybody's putting their great 2018 flight montages out there that people watch 25 seconds of, and you'll probably watch 25 seconds of this video too. So anyway, I want to talk about the junk, the stuff that drove you crazy, the stuff that caught on fire, all the stuff that we wasted our money on this year in FPV. So in no particular order, let's just start with a product that first comes to mind for me. And I want to put a disclaimer out there and say that the dude that makes this stuff is great. He literally would give you probably the shirt off his back, since he gave me his very last flight controller that he had before he went to China for a couple months. And I'm talking about the CL Racing boards. The CL Racing F4 boards I had horrible experiences with. A lot of people did as well. If he figured that out with like adding some caps, this and that. The Air V1 didn't last. The Air V2, I went through like 3 of them until he gave me his last one. So I'm sorry, no more CL Racing boards for this guy. So about 10 different kind of props come out like every week, and they're always some people's favorite prop for like 2 weeks until the next prop comes out. All the money that I wasted on props this year are at the top of my list as well, with the exception of the few that have really performed tried and true. The HQ 5.1 4.1 by 3 and the 5.1 4.6 by 3. Really love those. Loving the Gem Fan 55-52s if you're running a 5.5 inch. But man, I have bags of props that I will never use, and who knows, they'll probably just end up in the trash, or I'll end up doing something with them. Next item is going to be controversial as well, and that's the STRIX Nano Goblin. Now, I love the Nano Goblin. I really do. It flies amazing. It's really awesome, but it's overpriced, and the thing just breaks, and that's a problem. There's no sparring in the front, and after a couple nosedives into the ground, and it breaks in half, and you glue it back together and everything like that, it's just done for. The winglets, the ailerons start to kind of give way, and I know people are doing balsa and stuff like that, but when you're paying 95 to 100 bucks for a foam kit, it's just, it needs to last. I can't remember if these came out this year or last year, but the EMAX Bullet ESCs, God, those things are just horrible junk. They like caught some of my motors on fire. They had like no capacitors built into them or anything at all. Just get some Speedix HVs and call it a day. Now, luckily, this next product I only bought like a couple of, but I'm going to talk about the AKK VTXs. I mean, what was I thinking wasting 25 or 30 bucks on a 1.2 watt VTX that I thought was going to get me to the moon and back? No, I mean, it barely got me off the bench. The things got so hot, the video was just horrible, and they just quit working. Not to mention, if you send one back to Amazon and you ask for another one, you don't know if you're getting one that has been repurposed or not. The next item I recently just got in a drone drop box, and that is the TBS Unified Nano VTX. Oh, hi, Lucky. The thing gets blistering hot. It melts the heat shrink that you put on it, so you don't have to worry about breaking out the torch or anything like that. The solder pads are like super small. I mean, you could definitely tell it was meant for tiny whoops. I don't really think anybody is using these on a consistent basis in their quads. If you are, bless you. The AXI long antenna that was really popular a few months ago before the Ion V2 and like blew its socks away. I actually am just bringing this up because I always noticed that it just wasn't as good as like my Triumphs or something like, or my Ions. And I confirmed that actually a couple days ago when I got the fly because of the weather here in Ohio, and I screwed on an Ion V2, you know, and boom, the video was crystal clear, same flight path, same everything. So Axes, no more. And to keep this video short, last but not least, the Helio all-in-one boards. Now, I like the guys at Helio. I admire what they're doing because they're trying to just innovate. They get a lot of hate Beta flight people get a lot of hate. There's just hate everywhere in this hobby. Some people probably don't even like, I'm sure some of you hate me. But that all-in-one board, pads lift off, the little tabs that you solder onto break apart and break off and everything. And if you're building a high-performance racing or freestyle rig, just stay away from the Helio all-in-one boards. Go with like theirs or the new STRIX binary board, and hopefully those problems will be resolved. So I'm sure I've missed a lot of products that might be on your list or could be on my list as well, and I forgot. But those are just some of the things that just kind of come to mind. So as you're collecting up that holiday cash and you're getting ready to throw that out there and spend some, maybe keep some of this in mind. Look for my favorite 2018 products coming up in the next video. Peace.